At the end of the last video, I said I was going to play on and get some things done. But this was the thumbnail that I gave you guys. But I don't think... I think it was occurring as I stopped recording. We have an issue. I hadn't realised that this was here. So what we need to do is reduce that. That's closed now. But this is going to cause us some interesting things. We also don't have very many berries. We do have some antidote. This is flooded. This is where the antidote is. But I guess we need to hit the play button and see how we end up. And basically, I'm just going to let this run while you guys are here for a bit. We'll see how many unwell beavers we end up with while they exist in this infected corner. I don't think there's particularly any way of me avoiding them using that bit of path, really, unless I build... I could build round it. I mean, common sense might suggest I should build around it. I'll try and build around it. We did that as a high priority activity. We could then delete that. No, we couldn't delete that piece of path because they still need to go through there to get to there. That doesn't solve the problem yet, Egypt. Does it? No, it doesn't. We're just going to have to wait for it to dry out. Basically, what we could do, have some explosives. This might work to clear the path. It might not. That might as well be paused. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Obviously, we've now got 12 unwell beavers, which is not awesome, but if I detonate that, it's pulled some of it in. So if I put that there, make that a high priority, we're obviously going to have to backfill that. I'm wondering if it'll pull it off of there. Come on, beavs. Come on, there's 17 unwell beavers. It's pulled most of it. There we go. So we end up with 19 unwell beavers. That's gonna hurt. That is going to hurt us. We will obviously need to refill that as well. So we do have 40 antidote. We have more dandelions. What I should do is rip out those. So we only really use these for making antidote. So let's rip those out. Let's plant in some berries as well. And yeah. I done screwed up. And apologies, I did use that picture as a little bit of clickbait in the last video. So if you were wondering why, when you clicked on the video, you didn't see any of that, well, that was why. Because I did do a bad thing and I did use clickbait. So we're now going to have 19 infected beavers quite soon. So what we need to do is make sure that, yeah, if we set that to about 12, then that shouldn't be a problem. We could alter this so it's not a problem. what we could do to prevent future incidents, because of the way the game works now. And it just seems really weird that you can do that. We could do that. It's ugly, but it's a safety feature. And I'm going to do that just in case I forget. So, yeah. We obviously now have to deal with the fact that we're going to be 19 beavers down. Yeah. All that's really going to do is hit our hauling force, which is okay. We can deal with that. So what I'm going to do is play on for a bit. Finish getting this built. Rebuild our resources a little bit. And I'll maybe see you the other side of the bad tide. Okay, welcome back. Why do I always say okay? Anyway, I have played on. We filled in the... Where am I? Who knows? There we go. Filled in the little hole that we created to help with the bad tide flooding incident. We have 8 contaminated beavers left. I think some of them may not have made it because we ran out of antidote, because we ran out of blueberries. So the blueberry crop is pretty close. So I'm hoping that that will kick in. What I've done is I found our youngest, one of our youngest beavers that was contaminated and still is contaminated. He was in his teens, and I named him so that we can see if they actually do survive. So I think they've aged about 20 whatevers in the time that I've been watching them. Once we get antidote, we'll see if they actually recover or whether they just hang around and die or not. Yeah. So that's that. A YouTube commenter, you were not correct, because those are chestnut trees. Someone had said that I hadn't marked all the trees for cutting, but all the ones that I want to be cut are marked for cutting. So that's good. And this is built now, so we can start to make use of it. And what I think we're going to do is build more housing. I think I'm going to replace this one. So that's 9. And then each one of these is 9. So 5 times 9, or 9 times 5. Who's good at their 5 times table? I believe that's 45. Actually, it just means we need 5 of these, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So we go into housing. What I could do, I could plan around something like this. And we should probably plan for some expansion, or I could put them in the corner here. Something else that I did is under here. Let's roll this down. I've juggled things around a bit, and we've now got a staircase that comes up from this level up to here. That gives them access to this level, and then there's a staircase that comes up to here, so that's good. And we're working on one that comes up to this level, so that's also good. It's funny, I think I said in the previous video that Skystorm didn't do this kind of thing, and then he went and did it probably before I had even mentioned it, because I don't keep up to date with his videos in his towers that he's building for the roofs of his Atlantis series. So yeah, great minds and all that, I guess. So I'm not tied to having this part here, but what I want to do, there are a few things that we want to move, I guess. I think I should plan to move all of the builders' huts, the accommodation, the storage that goes with the accommodation, and the last of the industry from down here. Because we can tap into the power just here. So that's not a problem at all. Apart from potential corruption, but we're going to deal with that when we get a drought. I'm going to replace these with levees and see if that helps. Because we've already got the metal impermeable floors there. So, yeah. So what industry do we need to move? We've got, in terms of heavy industry, I'm going to say big industry, we've got a couple of smelters and an explosives. So let's put those in. Landscaping, I'm just going to check. Yep. OBS is running. I did remember to hit record. So explosives. Because the smelters that we've got are just about keeping up with the scrap metal production. So that's obviously the correct number. So those can be marked for destruction, and we've got a centrifuge. We're probably going to need more of those at some point, but for now, that's okay. And what we'll do is we'll plan to have a path that runs along there. Do I plan for a path that runs like that? Then do we go for basically that? That one needs to be longer because we need to go around the corner. That one needs to be longer actually. That needs to be a 3, and then we can go to a 2, and then I think we can just go to a platform. So there, path. I might give more access routes as well. I might make a route up from down there, but for now we'll do that. We'll put that in. We'll get those built. My intent is to put storage that side, so we're going to need bad water storage, explosive storage, logs, scrap metal, another bad water storage, and an extract storage. And we don't quite get a 3x3 there. Unless it's something that we can transfer power through. We'll ponder that. Anyway, let's hit the button and get things running. The beavers can get building that while we go look at a significant change. It was pointed out to me that the kink in the river here was triggering some OCD. So I have consulted with the Overseeing Council of Disturbia, and we have arranged to remove the kinkiness. So that's what we're going to do. I've already laid in the extra layer of terrain, and we have the explosives ready to go. So hopefully we won't lose any beavers in this correction. We are going to need to build some platforms to create a pathway to replace that. But yeah, I agree. I do agree. It was not ideal. And what that's going to allow us to do is close this off. And we can then start to make use of this for our generation. Oh, that's unfortunate. That needs to be a priority. Get that sorted. Get that sorted. We can get round to there from the back there, so that's okay. That will be sortable quite easily, I believe. Come on, beavers. So we have had some population issues or lack of population. It looks like we have berries again. So hopefully we have antidote on the way. We do. So let's have a quick check. We have 5 contaminated beavers left now. Are they dying? Are they getting better? The way we will find out is if there might be a better way of getting to young test subject 1. But if this guy gets better, we will know. Because he will soon be able to get priority access to the antidote. So, actually no, because I need to set them to do things. So you're going to be bad water, set to obtain. You're going to be explosives, set to supply. You're going to be logs, set to obtain. You're going to be scrap metal, set to obtain. You're going to be metal, set to supply. You're also going to be bad water, set to obtain, and you're going to be extract, set to supply. Awesome. So they will need power. We might jank that. Actually, can we jank that? Might not be able to jank that initially. But we can. It's not going to be ideal. We'll let them build these first. We'll let them build those first. Right, that's in. So that's working. Do we need... I don't think we need, actually, path all the way along there. We really just need it to get to those. So, and actually, we really just need it. Delete that and that. So, let's do that. And that should be okay, I believe. I've actually been able to pause some of the bad water pumps because we were completely full. So that's pretty cool. Yep. So we'll be able to make use of this once we've got some of our other building projects done. I had a suggestion. I am curious on your input. We have obviously engineered a thing, and I had a lot of fun engineering this thing. We've got ideas on how to improve this, of, you know, building a bad water storage system essentially under here. Someone reminded me that because we're FOLKTAILS, we have the bad water rig that we could put on the bad water source here. Should we do that, or should we keep engineering? I am having fun with this, but it's up to you guys. You can, you know, you have some input. What would you like to see? Would you like to see us keep trying this, or would you like to see just throw a bad water rig in? Let me know. Let me know. So those are done. We actually have some logs now, which is quite nice. So we're really just dealing with our shortage of beaver. And an inadequate supply of metal because we're really exhausted at building this thing. You know, that's okay. Yeah, to get power down here, I think what we're going to have to do is... That's already a 4-way, actually, where I was smart. I think we're going to have to delete that contamination barrier. Now, they don't seem to be doing what I want anyway, so not a big problem. We'll do that because this has to bring power in at the side there anyway, I believe. So for now, it's a tad janky, I know. Particularly sat next to that, but we'll do that. do that for now. That's going to be dependent on scrap metal. That's dependent on metal and gears. So, yep. We're still in a bit of a recovery phase from building this thing. But that gets rid of all of that. We are then into things like, actually the bakery would sit quite nicely there. Not the bakery, the grist mill, which I've just deleted because I had my finger over the wrong thing. So I guess we're committed. Got a decent amount of bread. Yeah, okay. If we do that, the grist mill can be the power transfer. Means we need those. You're going to be wheat set to obtain. You're going to be wheat flour set to supply. I need to keep planting more wheat. That will remove that. Seeing as those are now disconnected, let's delete all of those and we can recover the resources. Yeah. I don't want to delete that because that's got a windmill on it, but we could. It's not essential, actually. Not essential. Right, let's delete that. Yep. I'm actually going to give that some priority because there's probably resources in there that might make building this easier. And over here, we don't want you going there, or you, and you probably don't need to exist either. You probably don't need to exist either. Same for you. You can be emptied, and you can be emptied, and you could be emptied. And then we should move all of the food grilling as well. I'm probably going to have to readjust this to make some space to put paths in, or we could back it onto it, I guess. That seems like a waste. Yeah, that seems wasteful to me. Anyway, right, I'm guessing we are still resource limited for building these, yeah. Going to prioritize building that one over the others so we can get the food production going again. And then we've got 4 spare bots for a start. I guess they're going to go into these jobs. You can be paused actually because you don't have power. Got 1 bakery. We could probably have 2 bakeries and grills, 3 grills. Yeah, that makes sense. So we want 2 bakeries and 3 grills. Food, grills. So the grills are quite small. But what I think we should do is have them running along there with the bakery, and the bakeries should be next to these 2. And if I put the grills in, I could step those back even further and we could have more space for storage. 3 grills, that works. And what I could do is run them along the back, but I don't like that idea particularly. I also don't like that idea, so let's delete those. Bakery there. block storage. You will go there. You will be back to being metal block storage. You are log storage. You will go there and become log storage. Which is fine because the grills, you can use logs as well. And bad water, we've got bad water there. But we need some bad water there for dynamite, don't we? So let's delete you. Put the path. No, I don't like that. Delete, delete, delete. What we're going to do is grill. Delete you, path. Do that. It's not ideal, I know. Potatoes. And then we need storage for bad water, storage for explosives, bad water, obtain, explosives, send. You can be grilled chestnuts. You're going to be grilled spadadoc. So you need storage for potatoes set to obtain. You're going to be logs set to obtain. Storage, small warehouse. You're going to be spadadoc set to obtain. You're going to bake bread. So we need a storage there set to be bread set to supply. You're going to be maple pastries. We're going to have a storage there set to be maple syrup set to obtain. I guess we won't have storage for maple pastries in the area or some of the cooked products. Not ideal, but you are wheat flour. Right, so you need to be a bot. You need to be unpaused and be a bot. You need to be bots. You need to be bots. You need to be prioritized. You are a supply. Awesome. That's all up and running now. So I can delete you, and delete you, and delete you. Delete you. Excellent. That all moved. And next, I think, is housing. And I think if we want to allow for a bit of expansion, we go with, I get 3, I get 2 in there, I can. Do we go for 8? So we go 4, 4. Leave a gap of 2, 4, 4, 4, 4. That's not going to work, okay. That doesn't work. Or do we run? Pause a second so that I can think. Oh, that sort of works, except for on the outs. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's going to only let me do 3, isn't it? 1, 2. Oh, that's annoying. Because I need 5, unless I don't move that one. Now. I going to go up another level? I wanted to... I would need to go up or... Well, no, 3 and then the platforms. But what I could do is double stack the houses. Because if I mirror what we've got on level below is that, then that, then that. So that would be the same level as the housing. If I could do that, for our replacement housing, that's even more. We do obviously need to get a path up there to get them in. But that's not beyond the wit of man. Beaver. He says. As he struggles to think about, oh for ladders. What a man wouldn't give, or what a beaver wouldn't give for a ladder at this point. Need that going down there. Do I sacrifice some of this space? Do I come up the side there? Good. There is no reason to say I couldn't. There is no reason to say I couldn't. What is it JC says about goldfish playing basketball or something? It's dogs playing basketball, but you get the idea. Actually, what we can do is if we come off there, we need to be at that level. So yes, that would work. So that gets us there. For those guys, bear with me, I'm thinking still. Yeah, let's replace, no, let's delete you and you. We're going to put that there. That's going to turn into that. That. And can I do that? No. No. Trying to think about how to build a self-supporting spiral staircase without having actually thought about how to build a self-supporting spiral staircase. That it? There. There. Path. And then too high. I'm not sure if I've gone too high. It might be. Yeah, I'm one too high. So delete that. Delete that. Where am I? No. That is the correct height. There. So we go single platform there. Yes. It's a thing. It's not a thing of beauty, but it's a thing. Right. Let's let them build. It's definitely a thing. That will let us delete all of this stuff down here, and this guy, we will be short of some well-being, but we can adjust that. That'll be okay. Let's delete you. I'm going to leave the biofuel there because beavers are traveling. That's okay. Yeah, we might want to create a path that projects down to this side. But we'll get that. We'll get that. I'm loving this random building stuff. Having a lot of fun with it. And then maybe we can do some well-being in here. How's our water supply looking? With 5 days to go, we've got 6. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Wheat going in. Cool stuff. We're filling up our bigger barrel of maple syrup. Happy with that. That's all looking good. The mine is running. Mine is running. It's running okay, I guess. Do have an issue here where we've brought bad water down here. Something to look at. Something to look at. Now I've got an idea for this that involves the word or the stackwa, but I don't want to be too repetitive. So interested in your thoughts. It's not going to be the same as, but I've been playing around with some thoughts around that. But yeah, we could put in, if we look at well-being, we've got the carousel, the detailer, the dance hall, and the mud pit. I mean, the mud pits would work quite well, actually, because, oh no, they are flat for these guys. They don't even use power. I don't think I've built these before. We'll let them finish building those, and then we'll do some well-being-y stuff, I think. What have we got paused? We've got treated plank production paused under there. That's okay. And we've got paper production paused, which is okay. We have no contaminated beavers. So he survived. He survived. So the antidote works. Awesome. That says to me that at some point it's worth us building a tank to stockpile it. Right, the new housing is in. So before we have some kind of crazy population explosion, let's delete the housing we don't want. Now this is going to cause a bit of a dip in well-being because we've done a bit of well-being cheese on some of this. But it's going to recover us some fertile land. Some of it's contaminated, but so we're back where we were for numbers of beds, pretty much, which is perfect. It's basically what I wanted. We don't really have so much flexibility for well-being cheese up here yet. But what we are going to try is that's 8 in, and we've got 94. So let's put a couple of those in. The dance hall's quite big, isn't it? Yeah. So that gives us a 2 wide space along there if we wanted to put path in, which we probably should. Hey, the detailers are too wide. Let's put a few of those in. We'll put in some contemplation spots there, and then what we can do is decoration, beaver statue in the middle there. Yes. Bulletin pole. Yes. So we probably want to make those a priority so they don't get closed in. Something else. Does the scarecrow aesthetics? It does, but it's not particularly big. Okay. And then we've got that area. Well-being. We could fit a single carousel there. We'd have to get power to it, which would be a bit of a faff. We didn't need that path. Do we need that path? There's a question. Not really, because there are plenty of other ways for them to get there. We could build that. So the detailer need to add in custom stuff. Well-being. The detailer uses extract, and we've got extract up here anyway, so that's fine. I don't think I've got the custom patterns saved on here, so we'll just pick random ones for now. And let them get those built. Basically, I am keen to... Oh, I know what I could have done. Don't know if it'll work. Tempted to try it. Might work over those. Let's try it. If we went, pause. That. And it would be 4s, wouldn't it? 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then you can go back to being a double platform. No, a double platform. Path. Yeah. Hopefully we can still build the roof on top. Well-being. Rooftop tower. Oh, they don't need to be as big as that. Okay. We'll save on some resources. Well-being, rooftop terrorite. There we go. Right. Those need to be high priority so they can get back to the housing. And those just need to get built. Awesome stuff. Let's just tidy up some of this random path that we don't need. That's all done. That's all done. That needs to be filled in. That might as well be connected up. It's not a path yet, but it could be in the future. Yep. Cool stuff. It's a little while later, and some of the stuff has been built, and our well-being has jumped up a little bit. So we've now got these mud pits, which when the beavers are off work, they've been playing in. I put a little storage here for dirt, so that can happen. We've got the detailers in, and again, the beavers are using those. We are waiting for treated planks for the dance hall. Guess that's for the floor. I don't know. And yeah, our well-being did peak at around 25, I think. So the maple pastries are a really good boost for well-being. I guess we've not got enough. We've got 125 beavers now, so we've not got enough of everything to cover it. But we probably need to build some stuff down to cover some of the other areas. And we're not covering some of the really basic stuff. But the beaver statue, the bulletin pole, the farmer's monument's covering most of the beavers and is giving quite a good bonus. The detailer is not hitting many of them yet, and the mud pit isn't, but the few that the mud pit's hitting is giving a really solid bonus. We should get books going, actually, because we're not using the paper that we're producing. But the other thing that I thought we could do is I thought we could unlock the brazier of bonding and just throw it on top of here, and that's going to hit quite a lot of the colony. And I think they can reach it from there, yeah. And if we need to remove it, we can. But we're 1.2 days away from the start of a bad tide. We've still got, well, we're back up to a full water supply. The food's holding well. The chestnut supply is not great, but eh. I don't think we have any storage for maple pastries. And I'm just looking at why we are not juicing many, or maybe they're just getting eaten super quick. Because obviously there's a big old lot of beavers living here. That could be it. That could be it. But yeah, once we've got this built and this built, we're going to be in pretty good shape. Now that it's clean water, the river's doing the nice things. Obviously, it's going to keep alternating between good and bad water, so can't rely on this land being green. I've got some thoughts for this, for more power generation, but obviously it's only going to work during bad tides and temperate. And when there's actually water flowing, because keeping our reservoir full. I'm interested in your suggestions for things we should do. We need a power solution. What we have now is not sufficient. I'm contemplating the idea of a rank of gravity batteries hanging off the back here. As JC the Beard's mentioned doing in his stuff, I've got an idea for something using power wheels around here. And, you know, pulling on the idea of the aqueduct that we had last time, but not quite the same, and not of that scale. We're not using this bit of land, and that feels like a bit of a waste to me. So again, ideas for that would be really useful. Got the dance halls up, so we should see our well-being jump up in a bit as well, which would be cool. We'll probably start to see the contamination spread as well. I could really, weirdly, really want a drought, so that I can make changes around here and along here actually. I'm tempted actually to test it down here. 26 well-being, nice. I'm tempted to do some testing down here, but cool. That's going in at a pretty good pace. That would be quite nice. I should have maybe, no, I quite like that. That's looking out over the colony actually. That's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, I want some ideas, folks, for things that we should be doing. Obviously, I want to keep clearing this area out. So we need to expand this even more. So we can move the storage stuff. I'm wondering if we should then dynamite this back so that we can make use of it. We need to deal with the contamination. Yeah, I've got a few ideas, but throw your ideas in the comments, please. 27. Wow. We should have some beavers that are 38 well-being. Wow. So you've got some pretty big bonuses. But 26 has got some good bonuses, actually. But we've got some pretty wide spreads there of well-being, which is pretty interesting. I guess some are getting some pretty big hits from things and some are not. Yeah. Some of those are pretty big bonuses, I think. It probably wouldn't hurt to throw in. This is a bit cheesy, I know. But hey, it's not the first time we've done cheesy things to game the well-being mechanic. This was something that Sky spoke about a bit in one of his videos recently. Actually, maybe not that recently, but yeah. About how area effect is maybe not the best way to do the well-being mechanic. Just the wind gauge. No, I don't think the wind gauge doesn't suggest it gives a well-being benefit. But yeah, they'll really benefit from those. I'm hoping most of the beavers will benefit from that in the way that most of them do from that one. And we could look at throwing in the, I guess it's the Fountain of Joy, isn't it? So it needs access to water. But it doesn't need power, does it? Actually, we have constant water, don't we? I'm pondering. I don't know how high a base it would need. I think it's 3x3, isn't it? Not got enough sites to unlock it yet, but it wouldn't take us long to be able to unlock it. Nope, doesn't like that spot. It's been ages since I've tried to place one of these. About there. must have a good spot somewhere to place this. That's probably not either, is it? No. Monuments. Fountain of Joy. How close can it be to something? It can actually be right up against it. Okay. I'm being dumb. Don't answer that. I wonder if it's just that oak tree that's stopping it. Could be. We don't have the science anyway at the moment. But I think that is quite possibly a good idea. Or in there. Anyway, let's get the game running again. We're waiting to get this guy finished. Which basically is awesome sauce. Wow, definitely Skystorm. Definitely too much Skystorm lately. And on that bombshell, that's going to be it for today, folks. I think this probably is a shorter video, but I wanted to be scrambling less on a Sunday afternoon to make Monday's videos before I get on the road. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Inspire me in the comments, folks. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. And I'll see you next time.